One of the other interesting thing about fungus, you know, I just bent down and I had a pop in my right knee, so I've got a little fungus in my right knee, and I have been having a little bit of pain down in my right knee. And so I even need to get back on antifungals. One of the ways that you can shoot the antifungals into your joints is niacin. That niacin flush, you know, you get that makes you feel like you're having an allergic reaction, makes your face swell and your lips feel like they're swelling. That niacin, when you get that flush on the outside, it's also flushing on the inside, and it can help the circulation get the antifungals into your system. So if you're having a problem with deep-seated fungus and it's not getting rid of it, take a little extra niacin with it. Now, one of the antifungals that Dr. Willwright made, called Arta, has niacin in it. So if you get taking this for your joints, it actually has niacin in it that shoots the herbs into your joints. If you're taking other types of antifungals, I would highly recommend taking a little bit of niacin with them to shoot it deeper into your joints.
What about the niacin that's non-flush?
The non-flushy niacin isn't as good
Okay.
for putting making your circulation increase within the joints. So it's better to take a flushing niacin.
Okay.
Now getting back to fungus, there's good fungus and there's bad fungus. Most of the time, our bodies have a little bit of good fungus with us, and the good fungus actually does help us digest our food if we've got it in us. If we're having real troubles with our digestion, the fungus will even digest the food if it's a good fungus and release it so that we can absorb it. There's very few what I would call good assisting funguses, though. Most of them cause problems, and if we have good bacteria in our gut, we really don't need fungus. One of the funguses humans use a lot of is called Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is used to make beer. It's used to raise bread. You know, it's used to do a lot of different things. And it's really interesting as you look through history in the Bible how they would use unleavened bread because they didn't want to put yeast in their bodies. Because, you know, even this fungus, if it gets too much in your system, will make you crave sugar and cause the problems that fungus does. So using too much yeast actually will cause a problem. I had a lady call me, I guess it was last week, and she had started cooking at home because she felt like it was healthier. She was using, you know, whole wheat and barley and rye grains, and thought she was going to get real healthy, and she started bloating and craving sugars and feeling fatigue. And as I tuned into her energy, she'd actually been using too much yeast, and it had gotten into her system, and supposedly it was a good yeast, but too much of anything is not good for you.
This is why unleavened bread is good.
Unleavened bread doesn't use any yeast.
Right.
Yeah, so it's supposedly better for you.
Like the sourdough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Now, sourdough is an interesting thing. A lot of people feel really good when they're doing sourdough bread or sourdough pancakes, those kind of things. And a lot of people are using different cultures and putting it in either yogurt or in milk and making kefir and different yogurts and different things, and you can use fungus or bacteria as cultures. But I found the bacteria actually is better as far as cultures go. My mother-in-law, in fact, gained a lot of weight just drinking kefir, but it made her stomach feel better, you know. So, but she kept drinking it, and she was getting more and more weight and more bloated, and it was the fungus from the kefir.
Oh, they love kefir, don't they?
What's that?
Don't they love kefir?
Oh, a lot of people love kefir.
I mean, fungus.
But fungus loves kefir. Fungus loves to grow in it.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I found was a culture that was brought over from Bulgaria and it's got a bacteria that's a bulgaris. I believe it's called Bifidus bulgarius, and it actually helps kill fungus within your intestines. So a lot of people are using this bulgarius form of a bacteria to remove bad bacteria and fungus from their bodies, and it works pretty good. I've found, they actually found that the people living in this valley in Bulgaria would live 20 years longer than most of the other people in the country, and it was because of this culture killing the fungus within their body, and it would help them live longer.
So
Kind of an interesting little factoid.
how did they take it?
They usually ate it in their yogurt or in their milk.
And how much did they take? Did they have to take a lot, or?
It's good to take a little bit every day because our acid does destroy certain things, and our body pushes things through, and so it's really interesting. I got a culture of this in some apple juice, and I make I call it a fizzy apple drink because I don't like calling it apple beer, but that's probably what you'd call it. But you put this culture in it, and it starts eating some of the sugars within the apple juice, and it propagates itself, and then you drink it, and it gets this bulgarius into your system. I got it from Janet Berlin, which was interesting.
I was drinking it for a while. I finally just threw a bottle away. I thought I let it go too long.
Yeah.
So it's still good.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. You have to take good care of it and keep it, going. But I've had a culture going for 2 years now, and Donna loves it. Every day she comes in, she likes to drink this bulgarius apple juice.